Next on Toy Hunter.
Oh, warm Texas howdy to you.
I'm in Houston, and I've got a hankering for some toys. Oh, awesome. And hold it out on me. This brings in the big money. Bam!
How big are we talking about?
I'm listening.
$40.
200.
125, 250, $600.
Holy cow.
$1,000.
You just made my entire trip worth it. I'm Jordan Hembrow. They call me the Toy Hunter. Oh, man! This is where you've been hiding everything. I've been collecting and dealing toys for over 25 years. Oh, I just had a little toy gasm. I scour the country, and I dig deep. Do you know how much I can get for this?
Whoa.
Out of a box of junk.
If there's a fortune hidden in your toy chest,
I just touched a $17,000 toy.
I'll find it. These may be toys, but this ain't child's play. I'm in Houston, Texas, home of NASA Mission Control, cowboys, and country music. Houston is the largest city in Texas, and let's hope that translates into large toy collections. So buckle up, the Toy Hunter has landed.
Jordan.
Hey.
Oh, warm Texas howdy to you. My name is Victor, and I got a toy habit that's just totally out of control.
Heard you got a big stash of toys.
Come on, now I got them out in the garage. There's a toy department in the store. It's a detour. It has to be made. You know, it's time to tone that madness down.
How much do you have for me?
Oh, just wait and see.
Wow! That's a lot of boxes.
I need a place to put my motorcycle. Right now, it sits outside all the time.
The accent, the mustache, the manly cars. I think I might be in the presence of a toy cowboy. You've got the Wild West right here in your garage,
The only
man.
thing you're not going to find in here is a saddle and a cow.
Check this out.
Masters of the Universe.
This was Spydor. This was done in 1984. Spydor was a great vehicle. He had all these legs. The cool thing about this toy is it was battery operated. So you would put a battery in this and you see all these little legs kind of walk around. All kids needed to do was place Skeletor on top, flip a switch, and let Spydor do the rest, allowing them to sit back and witness the destruction. It's almost like it's alive. Look at this kid. He's scared out of his mind. What I always loved about this toy line was the packaging. It was like one of those Harlequin romance novels,
Sure.
you know, with Fabio. Picture He-Man, sort of like Fabio, okay?
That's a vision burned in. I won't forget now.
This is the stuff that I look for.
Okay.
This is the stuff that brings in the big money.
How big are we talking about?
Humor me, what'd you pay on it?
I got $25 for it.
Today, it's worth over $200.
Holy cow.
Please tell me you want to sell this.
Sure.
How about $100?
How about 150?
I said 100, you say 150, 125.
Ah, well, I can do 125. Meet you in the middle.
Awesome, thank you.
Fantastic. Just made $100 off that.
Sometimes you just gotta go out and look for toys.
Everybody has their passion. Ever since I was a kid, I was able to make toys entertaining. Now, you can't play with a beer mug, but a toy, you can have hours of fun with it while you're enjoying that beer.
Well, here you go.
Chips.
This show launched Eric Estrada's career.
I think my sister had his poster on her wall.
Did she?
In teenage years.
I'm really interested in the set of 5.
Okay.
So how do you feel? $40.
How about 60? Still can make a little on that.
45?
How about 50?
All right. I'll take him for 50.
Thank you very much.
You're a Batman fan.
Batman fan, true to the bone.
Oh, wait, look, it fits. You want to go fight crime?
You be Robin?
I'll be Robin. Ah, this is nice. 1960s, Topper Toys did Johnny Lightning, and they were just like Hot Wheels, man.
I don't know. I always thought Johnny Lightning was a lot cooler.
Johnny Lightning debuted in 1969, shortly after Hot Wheels hit the streets with realistic car molds. But Johnny wasn't about being realistic. These toys were about flash.
Johnny Lightning.
It's a Johnny Lightning car. So that would fit like that, up the track, and burst right through. These flames are always missing.
I'm surprised those are still in place.
I don't have any Johnny Lightning stuff right now. If I go to a show, it would look cool.
Well, there you go.
What do you think about $20?
No. About 30.
25?
No, I'm gonna stick with 30 on it.
One thing I learned from watching Westerns, you do not challenge a cowboy in Texas. $30.
$30.
These are all new.
Future Halloween gifts. Instead of candy, they get cards.
What's wrong with a chocolate bar?
Nah, save the cavities. Parents love it. Kids hate it. Corgis.
This is the Daily Planet Jetcopter, the vans from Charlie's Angels. I sell a lot of Corgi toys. Corgi was a die-cast manufacturing company based out of England. And look at their little logo. That's a Corgi dog. The Queen has Corgis.
That's right. Royalty.
Corgi also licensed all the images from movies and TV, like Superman, like Charlie's Angels. And you know what? That's why they were popular in the U.S. What do you say, 40 on the pair? I bought a lot today.
With that taken into consideration, 40 for the pair.
Thank you. These Corgis are great, but I think I see something even better. Oh.
I was a fan of the show big time.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I'm in Houston, digging through a garage filled with vintage cars, and I just found one that's got my name on it. Nice. Where's the box?
Oh, I wish I had the box for that one.
Corgi made this car.
The vintage Black Beauty.
You took the words right out of my mouth. This is Green Hornet.
That's right.
Based on the 1960s TV show, the show was about a guy named Britt Reed. He was an editor of a newspaper by day, but at night, he turned into the Green Hornet. He's a crime fighter. He had a sidekick named Kato, who was actually Bruce Lee.
You can't forget him.
Britt Reed was the great-nephew of John Reed, also known as the Lone Ranger. Both characters were created by writer Francis Stryker, who gave them masks and reliable modes of transportation. But instead of Hi-Ho Silver, the Green Hornet got a tricked-out Chrysler Imperial. You had little Britt Reed hanging out the side, and there was a little knob on the bottom, so you can rotate him around. Yeah. If you turn it around, there's Kato. There's Bruce Lee. Yeah. It's a great car. There's no scratching. The decal is very, very dark. The grill popped down, and there was a missile in front. Now, you've got the missile. That's really cool. Does it fire?
Spring's a little weak in it.
The back of the car, the trunk would pop up, and that was like a spinning bomb. And that doesn't work either.
Unfortunately, no.
The Black Beauty may need a tune-up, but it's still eye-catching, and Corgi cars like this can sell for big money. I've actually sold these for as high as $600 in the box.
$600? Holy cow.
What do you say about 60 bucks?
No way.
75.
I'm in the ballpark. You ain't even bought me beer and popcorn yet.
80 bucks is the highest I can go on this.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hang on to that one. It was one of my first pieces I ever acquired.
It sounds like this cowboy has a softer side after all. Do me a favor. Go put it on your mantle or something.
Yes. I certainly will.
I may not be leaving with Victor's Black Beauty, but at least I'm going home with some beauties of my own. I got the Masters of the Universe Spydor vehicle for 125 bucks, and it should crawl off the shelf for $250. I'm also racing off with the Johnny Lightning Flaming Hoop Jump for 30 bucks, and I plan on landing safely with 80. And the Green Hornet may be staying, but the Charlie's Angels van and the Daily Planet helicopter are both coming home with me. And I hope to sell the pair for $100. I spent about $400 at Victor's. Hopefully that gives him enough for a new saddle and a set of spurs. Next stop, Magnolia, Texas. I'm heading to meet a mom who has no idea what's in her stash, because it's not her stash. These are her kids' toys from the 80s, so I'm expecting everything to be used, but I'm also hoping for some killer deals. Faye?
Yeah. My name is Faye, and I got boxes and boxes of toys that used to belong to my sons.
I don't see a lot of toys here.
We're going over there.
The attic? It's dark up there.
You'll find the switch.
Oh. Whoa. It's like a spaceship up here. Your entire attic is like one big toy chest that exploded.
I'm ready for you to haul it out of here. A lot of those boxes, I don't know exactly what's in them.
Snoopy snow cone machine.
Got a lot of snow cones out of that thing.
I had this when I was a kid. I'm sensing a little empty nest syndrome here with Faye. She's hung on to these toys for the memories, and that's really sweet. Here you go, Nerf. It's the official Nerf fencing game. You know what Nerf stands for? Non-expanding recreational foam. This set came with 2 Nerf swords and accuracy flaps to keep score, giving kids a safe way to release some tension.
Well, I tell you, get all that anxiety out when mom and dad that made you real mad and you want to just hurt somebody. You just go for it. Come on, bro.
Faye, you're scaring me now. For a mild-mannered mom, Faye certainly knows how to wield a sword.
I've had a lot of fun with it, but I'm ready to sell it.
Will you take 10? You want to put that down before you give me the answer?
15. There
15.
you go.
I'm glad I
Thank
didn't
you.
challenge you to a duel.
Thank you.
I may have to watch my back here with Faye. This is awesome. This is the Space 1999 chest pack radio put out by Ilco in 1976. Space 1999 was a sci-fi British TV show. It starred Martin Landau and ran for 2 seasons from 1975 to 1977. This toy was sort of a role-playing toy for kids. It had all these really cool knobs, and these strap around like this. And there you go. It's your chest radio. Oh!
Saturday was a shower with thunderstorm around high.
It works!
Yes, it does.
Essentially, this chest pack was a portable radio in a sci-fi casing. But portable radios had already been available for 20 years. So luckily, Ilco added some extra communication features. Morse code!
Yeah.
You'd be able to talk on the microphone, and you'd hear your voice coming out of the chest piece. It's kind of like they tried to make a smartphone in the 70s. That's Morse code for Faye. I want to go home with Jordan.
This brings back memories because my youngest son loved it.
Did it really?
Yeah, he did.
Do you want to sell it?
Sure. I'll sell
Okay.
it.
In perfect condition, it's worth between 75 to 100.
Dang, I didn't expect that.
See how these toys accrue in value? Will you take $30 on it?
Nah,
$40.
I'll take $40.
I love this stuff.
That's
I
good.
love
That's
this
good. You love that stuff.
For a mom that doesn't collect toys, Faye has maintained a great collection. But it's all used. And for a used toy to be valuable, it's gotta be rare. Oh, this game is only the second one I've ever seen. So far at Faye's, I've uncovered some pretty worn and torn stuff. But as long as what I just spotted is intact, I think we'll both walk away happy. This is a really rare game. This is Fireball Island. Milton Bradley put the game out in 1986. Did you play this?
My sons did.
The game was really simple. It came with this giant tiki. You'd have these little explorers, and your explorer would have to go up here and capture the jewel. And you moved your explorers with the help of action cards and dice. You're almost up there, gonna get that jewel, and all of a sudden, bam, you get hit with a giant fireball. Sound familiar? It might, because the game screams action-adventure, and it played off hits like Indiana Jones by offering kids an at-home expedition. But the game's biggest strength ended up being its biggest weakness. This board was very fragile, but this one is in great shape. On the market today, if it were in pristine condition, they go for upwards of $350. I'm telling you, this is a really tough game.
If I had known that was the way it was, I would have made sure that game was well protected.
This game came with the little explorers. You're missing one. Chances of me finding another one are next to nothing. A missing playing piece is unfortunately common when dealing with non-collectors. This game is probably worth about $150. Would you take $80 on it?
100. I'm listening.
You're cute. Okay, $100.
Great. If I find that little man, I'm going to call him Jordan. Maybe he can give me the rest of my money.
Thank you for having me over, Faye.
You're very welcome.
Faye may not be a collector, but she certainly had her fair share of 80s classics. I picked up the vintage Space 1999 chest pack radio for $40, and with some light repair, I plan on getting $90 for it. I also scooped up the Nerf fencing set for $15, and I'll put it out for $40. And last but not least, I unearthed the rare Fireball Island board game for $100. Even with the Lost Explorer, I still expect to get $150 for it. Altogether, I'm leaving Faye's with $500 in toys. Not bad for a non-collecting mom with a heart of gold. Houston has treated me well so far, but this last dig could be the biggest wild card of all. I've heard this person is a bulk buyer. And if I know anything about bulk buyers, it's that I'm in store for something big. Rita?
Hi, Jordan. Yeah. My name is Rita, and I have so many toys. I would buy things to give for birthday presents, and they never got given, and so a lot of them have never been opened.
This is ridiculous. You just got everything piled in here all at once. You have any idea where stuff is?
Not really.
I'm seeing a lot of stuff. It's kind of unorganized. Time to roll up the sleeves. Oof, can you imagine having a dog this big? Oh, Rita.
Magnadoodle.
This was done in 1986. Ideal Corporation made this with a Magnadoodle. All you would do is you would take a pen and you draw on the tablet. And then with the slide mechanism, it's incredible.
It's magic.
It was all done with magnets. Under the plastic screen, there are tiny honeycombs filled with metal filings suspended in a thick gel. Apply the magnetic tip of the pen, and the metal filings rise to the top. Just swipe the magnetic bar below to clean the slate. This was the competition to Etch-a-Sketch.
Right.
Not super expensive, but it brings back a lot of happy memories for me personally. How about $15?
Can you make it a little bit higher?
Wait. All right. How about, hang on,
Okay.
$20 and a smiley face?
I could do 20.
You could do 20?
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Ooh, look, gum.
Yeah, I don't know how well that's been there.
This is from The Empire Strikes Back.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
How about 60?
60 we can do.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, I've done it now. Man, I always wanted one of these when I was a kid. It's a Batman remote control Batcopter. This was done by Blue Box Corporation in 1989. I'm taking it out. You're not going to stop me. This remote control would actually control the Batcopter, and you'd use all your skill so he could come down and pick up the villain and fly him away. This mechanism of a counterweight down here and a vehicle up here was really popular in the 1980s. Would you take 25?
How about 30?
You were lucky that I didn't have one when I was a kid.
There you go.
30.
You have one now.
Pokemon. This is from Japan. Is this what I think it is?
It's full of turtles.
No way. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a really popular cartoon line based on a comic book back in the 1980s. These are from 1988, the first year they were put out by Playmates. It revolved around 4 crime-fighting turtles. These ninjas used to be regular turtles, but after they were exposed to a mysterious ooze in the sewers of New York City, they were transformed into heroes. And they were all named after famous Italian artists. Raphael, Leonardo, Michelangelo, and Donatello. You know, in Star Wars, they had Yoda. The Turtles had Splinter, and he was like their guru. He was a rat that lived in the sewer with them. I can't believe you got them all. There's duplicates in here. Rita's knack for hanging on to forgotten birthday buys just paid off because these turtles are mint. Cowabunga, dude. You know people collect the boxes too, right?
No, I didn't figure the box was anything.
The box alone could sell for $50.
Wow.
See where it says right here? Playmates
Right.
Toys. Normal people like you and I, if you want to call me normal, we normally didn't get this. This was a case that went directly to the retailer. Rita, you have to sell me these.
They're for sale.
Okay, so we'll do a group deal. These used to retail for anywhere between $3 to $4 years ago. Now they retail anywhere between $50 to $75 for the entire box. I'll give you $1,000 right now.
$1,000? $1,000 for that box of turtles. Yeah, let's get them out of here.
Yes?
I'll take 1,000. Yes.
You're happy.
Yeah.
Turtles. Oh my God, I'm in turtle heaven. Rita's got so many other turtle toys in here that I'm gonna bet there's a special piece or two I can dig up somewhere. Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me.
What did you find?
You just made my entire trip worth it. You just made my entire trip worth it. This is Scratch the Cat. He's a cat burglar, literally.
Looks like he just got out of the pen.
This was done in 1993. It was one of the last villains ever made. This is arguably one of the rarest figures made for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line.
Really?
He was tough to get. He was short packed. If there were 1s or 2s or 3s of all the other ones, he was packed only 1 per case. This is one of those rare occasions where it literally pays to be unpopular. Everybody knows turtles, but Scratch the Cat, that's something special. I've seen these go for as high as $800.
Oh my goodness.
It went at an auction, and these 2 guys were like, I gotta have Scratch. I gotta have Scratch. And it went for over $800.
Wow.
Do you want to sell them? Because I really, really want them.
Yeah, I can sell them.
Would you take $250 on them?
You might get those guys that want to give you $800 for them. How about 3?
3? $300 is the most I've ever paid for an action figure from this line. But you know what? I came all this way. I got to do it.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Great.
300.
Thank you.
Which is a lot of scratch. My final stop in Houston just made this whole trip a Southern success story. I got the classic Magnadoodle for $20, and I should make it easy $10 on it. And talk about turtles. I found 2 factory fresh sets of these teenage crime fighters for $1,000, and they should sell for $2,500. And lastly, Scratch the Cat, a later series turtle villain that I got for $300. Let's hope it can catch $500 from a lucky superfan. I'm looking at a profit of around $3,000 from my trip to Houston. Everything really is bigger in Texas.